We're going to stay out with Leclerc. Please come in, Lando. Lando missed the call. Oh my God. Lando missed the call. What is up, everybody? And welcome back to another F1 Manager episode. We're in the Circuit of Americas. We're in COTA. In real life, we're headed off to Miami. I'm not sure when this episode's actually coming out, but in real life, it's Miami on the weekend. So we go to COTA, so we're also going to the United States as well. Little different though, because COTA's towards the end of the season. 4 more races to go. And yeah, Charles Leclerc running away with it. We say it every time, but it's light work. We actually need to bring in some new stock. What's going on here? We're damaging the car too much. We've got 28 million. That's if we do another season. I will probably change the drivers because it looks too easy. I'm thinking, I don't know how many people watch this, how many people actually give a crap about this series, but if I do another season, do I bring in 2 of the worst drivers and just see how we can do? I'll probably get sacked by the end of it because they'll be expecting another championship. But do we do something like that? Or do we bring in maybe Nicholas Latifi or something like that and try it that way? I don't know. But do we do something like that just to mix it up? I'm not too sure, but I mean we could bring in Hamilton. What do you mean you're not interested? You're a free agent. Oh. He's announced his retirement. Sure, if we came for you, you would accept it. Ms. Verstappen's not interested. I mean, but everybody else is. I don't know why Red Bull's not interested, you know. We're absolutely dominating them. They should be well interested. But yeah, so thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on maybe bringing in... oh, I need to manufacture parts. Sugar. Thoughts on bringing in maybe like 2 really bad drivers just to see how we can do? Oh, that's not good. Norris locked up. He's crashed. He said he locked up. He didn't say he crashed. So he locked up at turn 1. Did he hit the wall? Oh, he did. He did. Bring him back into the pits straight away. Bloody hell. What are you playing at, fella? What are you playing at? No. How do we bring him back in the pits? There we go. Cool car in. Get in the box. He's going to have 1 run in Q3 now. Leclerc only P6, granted. We were on a U set. We have already called him in. All right, so we've got to fix this up for Lando. Where is he? He's coming. I don't know. Are we going to fix this in time? We should. Yeah, it's just a front wing. As long as he comes in. There we go. So he's into the pits now. We've got about 4 minutes. Pretty much a minute and a half before he has to get out there. Yeah, no, it'll be easy. Okay, so we'll put him on a new set. We only have 1 more front wing left. We're going through front wings like there's no tomorrow. Time to... Oh, a minute and a half it takes. Oh my gosh, we got to get going. We got to get going. Confirm. That's going to take a while. Okay, Leclerc, we'll get him on a new set. Lando's car. Stop bidding it into the wall, Lando. Stop it. He should... Yeah, he's going to have just enough time to get around. So we're going to send Leclerc out. And then right behind, we're going to send Lando. So both cars coming out the pits now. And they're going to get around in time. What? Oh, sugar. I didn't change his engine for the weekend. That's why he's a little slow. I didn't change his engine. Leclerc's is fine. Probably might take a grid penalty with Lando. But he only goes P5. Where did Leclerc go? I didn't even see it. Leclerc on pole position. Why am I shocked? Why am I shocked? I should have predicted it. That was a bit anticlimactic. I completely forgot they were coming across the line. I was too busy looking at the engine from Charles Leclerc. We might take a new one, actually, for Lando. Do we just have him start from the back of the grid? I think we might. Let's have a look. I think we just take brand new ones throughout for Lando. Just have him start from the back of the grid. At least he'll be sorted for the rest of the season. So we'll go new engine there. New ERS and a new gearbox. Right, what strategy do we go with? It's going to be a 2-stopper. Oof, bloody hell. Medium, hard, medium. We'll go medium, hards, I guess. For Leclerc. I want to start on the hards with Lando. Just because he's at the back of the grid. So we'll start on the hards. We'll go hards, medium. See if we can take the hards for quite a little bit. If we can take the hards to around lap 25, That would be ideal. If we go light in the tyres. What are we saying? No, we can't. I guess lap 25, lap 26. That's the goal. Brilliant. It didn't update, but that's the goal. Lap 25, 26 on the hard tyres with Lando. Switch on to the mediums. And we should be all right. Maybe a safety car, VSC, something to help us out. Make sure we update the strategy this time. But we're going to go mediums, hards for Leclerc, just so he can hold on to that P1. Lando will be starting from the back of the grid because we are changing engine, ERS, and gearbox. Brand new for everyone because it was running pretty low for him. So let's get underway. Yeah, he is at the very, very back. But here we go. Can we get Leclerc away? We got George Russell. We got cars on the softs. A bunch of them are doing the soft strategy. The softs, medium, hards, I think was the option. Verstappen, Sainz, Magnussen, Perez, Tsunoda, all on used softs, and Russell as well on a used set of softs. That's an interesting strategy call. Those tyres are going to melt. They're going to be gone after like 5 laps. It's a very interesting strategy call. But anyway, Norris can't find any way past just yet. Look at the inside of Tsunoda. We're going to large Stroll. Sorry, I said Tsunoda. I'm just used to seeing Tsunoda in AlphaTauri, but he's in a blimmin' Aston Martin nowadays. But I think maybe we just go light in the tyres. I say even conserve with Lando and we relax. I completely forgot to change the fuel. That is on me. But we're going to push with Charles Leclerc. See if we can get out of that DRS early. Although Russell on the softs looks decently quick. But we're going to push her a little bit just to see. There's a crash already. There's a crash already in Sector 2. It's a safety car. It's a safety car. Is that parts of a car? It wasn't Lando involved, was it? What's going on? Who was in a crash? There's parts of a car of it. I don't know who's involved, but we'll find out in a minute. Let me just conserve for everybody. I don't know what just happened. What just happened? I just see parts of a car flying everywhere. I don't see an actual car in the wall, though. It's a Red Bull.
Now here we see Max Verstappen.
Max Verstappen. Has he hit a Mercedes? Oh, he's hit his teammate. Oh, it's tragedy here at Red Bull. It's tragedy. Oh, it's carnage. It is carnage. Verstappen's out of the Grand Prix. Wait, was it Sainz? Sainz hit Verstappen. Oh, Jesus. So Sainz has got a penalty. Verstappen's retired. Red Bull in the mud. Red Bull in the mud. So it took about, what? Half a lap? A lap and a half for a safety car to come out. So, great start. That's what we like to see. But it was kind of good for our strategy because it allowed us to relax on the tyres for both drivers for a little bit. I say we just honestly just go conserve with Lando. We try and push these hards for as long as possible so that we can really push when we get onto the mediums. Because he's at the back of the grid anyway. What? He's down in P17. If he makes up a couple places, so what? We can probably do that when they're tired. Because they're going to pit. They're going to pit soonish. The softs and the mediums are going to pit before him. Then we can push a little bit more. So I say that's probably the best strategy. Leclerc's already created like a 4-second gap. Now he can relax on the tyres a little bit. So it's all working well. It's all working well. There you go. First pit stoppers. They're all in. Norris up in the P11 now. So the soft runners into the pits. Russell is probably going to come in soon. Then you've got Stroll and Vettel will be thinking about it as well as they're on old softs. They have closed the gap to Leclerc a little bit as we go lighter on the tyres. And Bottas is on much better mediums. So maybe the push wasn't that good. But the Mercedes do look quick. So does the Ferrari of Perez. Sainz is out of the equation, which is nice. But I think our main battle is going to be between the Mercedes and probably Valtteri Bottas. But if they keep fighting like that, that'll be very nice. Norris could now go for a move on the Williams of Mick Schumacher. He's got through. So there's a move done. Well done, Lando. Up into P10 on those hards, which he's conserving very, very well as he's up against the soft runners of a lot of the back markers and midfield teams. He's got a big train here, so we're just going to keep relaxing on the tyres. But we're back up to the back of Gasly already, who's on the mediums, much more used mediums. He's in this train. So this is a good performance so far from Lando. Russell now into the pits. I'm assuming he's going onto the mediums. Everybody else, yeah, everybody else onto the mediums. Russell also onto the yellow strip tyre. So Russell out the pits now. Leclerc is going to be under pressure from Valtteri Bottas, who has conserved his tyres a lot better. I think we kind of messed up with a big push from Leclerc there, but Bottas on the back, he's going to be fighting us. I mean, we've got to try and save the tyres as best we can. So he's probably going to overtake, but if we can just stay in his DRS, we should be okay. But Norris, he's doing a great job. He's up behind Frederick Vesti, Maloney, Ricciardo. Gasly's got through on these lot. So maybe we go for a little push. I think we relax, honestly. I think we just stay conserved. Try and push these hards for as long as possible. We could get these hards to lap 30 at this rate. We could get them to lap 30, and that'll be huge. Bottas in. Bottas is in. He's come in earlier than Leclerc, and his hards were a lot less used. Interesting call. I guess it is around that pit time. We're gonna... I mean, do we have to kind of react? I think we have to react. We're gonna go on to another set of mediums with Leclerc. We're gonna react to what Bottas has just done. We're going to full attack, because if we don't, Bottas will likely get way ahead of us, and we're going to be playing the chasing game as he's just come out ahead of Sergio Perez, who is on used set of mediums. Russell's out ahead. You know, the AI, they've got some decent strategy. They're forcing our hand today. They're forcing our hand. So let's see where Leclerc is going to come out after he comes into the pits. So Leclerc into the pits now. Where is he going to come out as we put on another set of mediums? Norris, a bunch of people in front of Norris pit as well. He's just got Maloney in the way. It could work out for Norris, especially if a safety car comes out. That could really, really help him. Out the pits comes Leclerc. We're behind Perez. We're behind Bottas as well. But crucially, we're within their DRS. So it was a good idea to pit right then. We're in their DRS. We're still in that fight for the race win. And we've got to get past Maloney with Lando Norris. Should be pretty straightforward down this straight in the Aston Martin. You would think so with DRS, but clearly not, as Maloney's holding on, even though we're using all the ERS, we're using all the push. Please just come into the pits. Just come into the pits at the end of this lap. We got Carlos Sainz right on our tail, who is also on a hards as well. So he's doing the similar strategy to us after he decided to put his teammate into the wall and out the race. So we're going to be with Carlos Sainz. There's no point pushing. We'll just keep swapping places with him. Probably have him tow us along with the DRS as we try and conserve our tyres a little bit more. But Russell's on the back of us. Bottas is on the back of us. Everybody is here. If we can stay in this train and keep conserving these hards, that could be very, very good. And if a safety car comes out, that'll be very, very helpful as well. I think we could take these to lap 35 as long as we stay in this DRS train. If a safety car comes out within the next 10 laps, it'll be perfect for Lando. And it could actually give him a chance at potentially winning the race. Lando! Hello! Russell coming into the pits now. Yeah, but they're going to all go into the hards to the end. We're going to go into the mediums. Come on, pit right now, Lando. You got to pit right now. Do we pit onto the... It's too early to pit onto the hards, though. I think we stay out with Leclerc. Do we... Oh, mate. It's a free pit stop, though. It's a free pit stop. Let's have a look at the strategy view. Let's have a look at the strategy view. Charles Leclerc. If we pit him onto the hards right now, it's a tough one. Would have to conserve. Could they get to the end? Yes, they could. We are going to double stack, though. That's the thing. It's going to take a long time. Sainz, you would expect him to come in. Perez, Magnussen. Do we get out ahead of those guys if we pit? I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. Unless this is a tough decision. Because if Russell tries to go to the end... This is a tough decision because they're saying we shouldn't pit until around lap 35 if we want these hards to go to the end. Sugar. You know what? I think we're going to stay out with Leclerc. But we will pit Lando. We're going to stay out with Leclerc. Please come in, Lando. Lando missed the call. Oh my God. Lando missed the call. Oh my. Neither of our drivers have pit. Oh my God. He's going to get caught by the safety car as well. Oh my God. It's disaster. It is disaster. Lando's missed the call. Oh my God. Well, now we can't pit him. Now we can't pit him. We can't pit either driver now. This is tragic. I would have pit Leclerc if I knew Lando wasn't coming in. Oh my God. Oh my God. We're going to have to try it. What is going on? What is going on? Oh, we're going to have to try the one stop now, aren't we? If I go light on these tires, we're going to have to try it. That's the only way that Lando could... Well, he could get points the other way, couldn't he? But... Lap 40 we got to get to? Lap 40? I mean, we could, because we've already done really well at conserving tyres. We've got another lap under the safety car. Leclerc, when's he going to pit? I mean, he's missed his pit stop now because... We're in the mud. We are in the mud. So Leclerc... If we... He could pit around lap 36. That could work for him. Mate. Ah, tragic. Okay, so you got Russell, Perez, Magnussen, Tsunoda, Maloney, Zhou all going to the end. Or not Maloney, but Zhou all going to the end on the hard tyres. You got Sainz pitting onto mediums, so he's still got to make another stop. We wanted to do that with Norris, but he didn't pit. So now we're in a big predicament here. We're in a big predicament. I think we're in trouble. I don't think we're winning this Grand Prix. We might not even get on the podium. That's the problem we're in. We're gonna have to go full. It's gonna have to be full conserve with Lando if we wanna make this a one stop. We gotta go light on the tires with Charles. This is not what we need. All right, we're back underway here in Kota. Bottas already looking at a move. He's also going to get a move on because he's got to make another stop. It's looking fantastic for Mr. George Russell as long as he can take those hards to the end. I think it's looking good for Sainz as well, who decided to absolutely to almost to wipe out his teammate on lap 2. He could come back and potentially win this Grand Prix. It's not looking good for us though. It is not looking good. But we're back underway in Kota. We need Ocon to hold up Russell. Oh, but Jesus. Oh, it's not ideal. That's very early to come in after you just stayed out after the safety car. Okay, so Bottas into the pits, onto the hards to try and take him to the end. Russell's hards are down to 89% already. You know, we've got to keep Leclerc out for as long as possible so that he has that advantage on the fresher set of hards. Because he's going to have to make up a massive gap. He's going to have to make his way through the whole field. This has not gone well. This has not gone well at all. This is tragic. This is tragic for both drivers. Oh, I can't believe it. We need a safety car. If another safety car doesn't come out, I don't think either driver gets on the podium as more people come into the pits. Gasly, Ocon. But all these drivers are staying out. All these drivers on the hards, they're going to stay out for the rest of the Grand Prix. They're going to take them to the end. Granted, they're going to be dead by the end of the Grand Prix. They're going to be dead. But it's trying to get our way back through the field because Russell's right at our tail. We're going to be a whole pit stop behind George Russell when we come back out.
Mercedes moved up a place.
Russell's clear. Russell is clear. Russell is so clear. We've got to pit Leclerc soon. I'm just trying to take it as many extra laps as possible just so we can have that advantage. And quite frankly, hoping that a VSC, a safety car or something comes out in the next couple laps, because that's kind of our only hope. We are going to have 30% better tyres than George Russell, but it's not going to be enough. He's going to be so far ahead that it won't matter. Norris has to try and go a few extra laps, just so those mediums will actually be half decent by the end of the Grand Prix. We're going to try and pit lap 40 with Charles Leclerc. If nothing comes out, we need a safety car, yellow flag, VSC, something to help us. It's not coming our way. We're going to pit Charles Leclerc at the end of this lap. Charles Leclerc is going to pit onto a set of hards. He's going to take him to the end of the Grand Prix. They're going to comfortably get to the end of the Grand Prix. Yellow flag! Carlos Sainz has had a nightmare. I don't know what he's done, but I was hoping a safety car. I thought now would have been perfect. But Leclerc coming into the pits at the end of this lap. Next lap will be Lando Norris's turn. So Lando, get ready to go onto the pits, onto the mediums, to take these mediums to the end of the Grand Prix. How far behind is Charles Leclerc going to be? How far behind? P15 for Charles Leclerc. Oh, it's tragic. It is tragic. And we've got to push with Lando to try and make sure he comes out ahead of those cars. But wow. Wow, wow, wow. We are far behind. Wow, wow, wow. Come on, Leclerc. We've got to go for a bit of a push. We're going to go for a bit of a push. Lando Norris into the pits at the end of the lap. We'll push with him towards the end. Where's he going to come out? Lando out the pits on the mediums. Does he get out ahead? He does just get out ahead of those other cars. So the two are going together. And they're going to try and push. They're going to try and push to see what they could do. But I don't even know if we're going to get a podium. I don't even know if we're going to get good points in this Grand Prix. It's not ideal. It is not ideal at all. It's not ideal. Here we go. Here we go, Charles. Here we go. Another one bites the dust. See you later, fella. See you later. Nice to see ya. Charles Leclerc up in the P7, making moves. Lando Norris not finding it as easy. Never mind. Through on Ocon he goes. What a move that is. You don't see a move there too often. Lando Norris up in the P9, down into P10. Up in the P9, down into P10. Could we get a double overtake? Could we get a double overtake with Lando Norris here as we tell him to drive in the clear air, see if he can go for that double overtake down the inside of both of them? It's down the inside of the Alpha. What about the McLaren? He doesn't brake late enough. Okay, so up into P9 officially now, although Albon is trying to stick it on through. Got to make these moves. Got to make these moves on these cars as soon as possible. Please be a safety car. Oh, it's not. But I don't know. I think the tyre advantage is starting to get less and less. Leclerc running wide. He's fine, mate. He's fine. He's up in a P7. He's just waiting for a time to pounce on the Mercedes and the cars up ahead. There is quite a bit of a gap between Perez and Guan Yu Zhou. So we need to get those moves done probably this lap, maybe even the next lap if we want a podium. Other than that, I think P4 would be the best. So we've got to go for it pretty much full out. Pretty much full out with Charles Leclerc. We need to try and make at least 2 overtakes this lap, I'd say. At least 2, or at least 1, but preferably 2. Can we get a move on the Mercedes? You've got to go for it. You've got to brake late. You've got to brake late, Charles. You've got to brake late. Those two up in front, the DRS train is a pain. It is a big, big pain. Charles Leclerc, he's not going to get close enough. You've got to send it. You have to send it. You have to send it if you want a podium this race, Charles. You have to send it, fella. You're on better tyres. Tsunoda into the pits. Did he get damage? What's he doing into the pits? Interesting. Tsunoda into the pits. That makes our life a little bit easier. Charles Leclerc, he spots a gap. He finds it. He senses a podium. Charles Leclerc up at a P4. Lando Norris up into P7 ahead of Esteban Ocon. Could Lando Norris now finally get up there? Come on, Lando. Come on, Lando. Charles, get gone, fella. Get pushing. It's time. Down the inside goes Lando. On Bottas. Oh, what a move. What a move. Come on. The comeback drive is on for both drivers. Lando Norris up in a P6. If we can get up ahead of the AlphaTauri, which shouldn't be too difficult with DRS. Oh, Lando. Settle down there, fella. Settle down. We wait for the next DRS as long as Bottas isn't having a go at us. Oh, no, he's going to go for it now. Yes, Lando. You've got to push, though. You've got to get out of that DRS zone from Guan Yu Zhou, and we can push for a podium. There's still a chance of a double podium here for Haas. Still a chance of a double podium. This is a fantastic comeback drive from both drivers after Lando Norris's radio didn't work when we told him to come into the bloody pits. But here we go. Leclerc pushing on, trying to catch up to Magnussen and Perez as we fight for P2. Russell into the pits! What's going on? Mercedes blunder! Mercedes blunder! Why are they pissing him? He's 5 laps away from winning the Grand Prix. He's onto the soft tyres. Magnussen into the pits. What is happening? I think Russell might be all right. Is he going to be all right? He's going to come out ahead of us, behind us. He's behind Perez. He's behind us. Lando, get out ahead of Russell. Lando's ahead of Russell. Something's happening. Can we defend for our lives? Russell is going to be on lightning quick softs, though. He's going to be on lightning quick softs. Oh, my goodness me. This is going to be an incredible battle for the win. This is going to be an incredible battle for the race win. I don't know if we'll have enough beanage. I don't know if we'll have enough tyre life. I don't know if we'll have enough pace to hold off Russell. But I'll tell you what, with DRS and the two working together, there's potential. There is potential to hold off George Russell in this Grand Prix. He's going to have enough, though. He's going to have enough. Surely he's going to have enough. He's got the grip. As Leclerc looks at a move on Perez. Oh, my God. Russell's all over us. He's got 5 laps to do it. You would expect him to do it on those soft tyres. But we have both of our drivers up there. With DRS, Perez into the pits. Ah, it's a Haas. It's a Haas versus a Mercedes. Boys. I know it's for the race win, but this is also for the 1-2. We've got to work together. We have to work together if we want to beat George Russell. This is as intense as it gets. No! Don't let him do it! Oh, sugar! Push! Get back past him! Get back past George! There you go, Lando! There you go! No, that's Leclerc! Good job, Leclerc! All right, we're still holding on. Woo! Just 3.5 more laps to go. Come on, boys. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. Shit! Sugar! Come on, Lando! Hold on! Lando, you got the inside, mate! Please, hold on! Yes, Lando! Yes! Just about! Just about, hold on! Look at the 2 Haas cars, they're literally taking up the whole width for the road as every lap goes by. Those softs get a little bit less dangerous, but they're going to be so much quicker than us for the rest of the race, so it doesn't really matter. He just has to pick and choose his time. Bottas in P4 on the hard. I thought he was on softs. I thought he might have been able to come back. But look at the 2 Haas cars working together to try and hold on to this 1-2. They're working as hard as they can. Russell is trying to find every possible way of overtaking the 2 cars, but he can't get it done just yet. Oh, my days. He's going to look at a move. Is he going to look at a move on Leclerc? No, he's not. We've basically just got to make sure that we're doing this lap by lap to give him as much power as possible to hold on to this 1-2. I don't care who finishes 1. I don't care who finishes 2. It's all about strategic lap by lap ERS and fuel usage and tyre usage to hold off the Mercedes of George Russell. He's still got plenty of tyre life in those softs. He's got plenty of grip. He's got plenty of pace. But the Haas drivers are doing everything they can to hold him off. We're literally watching on board with George Russell, making sure he's not going for any moves. It's down the 2 DRS straights that we have to be most cautious. But the grip of those softs, they're getting less and less, which is perfect. Granted, our blimmin' tyres are getting worse and worse as well. But those softs were most dangerous when they were at 70, 80%. He was all over the back of us. Now he's struggling a little bit more to find ways past us. And as long as we stay in the DRS and we keep working together, we can hold off Mr. George Russell as Leclerc wants the race win. He goes for a move on Lando. Leclerc takes the race lead, but George Russell still in P3. Oh, Lando back in front. It's great. It's great battling, but it's no. Sugar! No! I accidentally sped it up! Oh my god. No way have I just bottled this. I have just absolutely bottled this. I accidentally sped it to 16 times. Oh, sugar. Oh, sugar. Oh, sugar. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, look at that. Just in time. No! Russell down the middle of both of us. Georgia, we're 3 wide. Russell takes a race lead right at the end. Hold on. They're fighting back. They're fighting back. The 2 Haas cars are fighting back. Have some of that, G-Russ. Have some of that. Look at them go. Back up into a 1-2. George Russell, you can't hack it, fella. You can't hack it. The 2 drive. We're going to actually get a 1-2 here. We're going to actually hold on to a 1-2. This is ridiculous. We went 3 wide. That was unbelievable stuff. Who's going to take the 1, though? Who's going to take the 1 between Lando and Charles Leclerc? Norris is going to have a look at Leclerc. He's going to go down the inside. My goodness me. It's all kicking off. It looked like Russell was going to win the Grand Prix. Mercedes pitting for softs. He couldn't get past the 2 Haas drivers. And now the 2 Haas drivers are going side by side, battling for the race win. Russell in the background trying to pounce. Norris is through. Lando Norris, he's going to win in Kota. Lando Norris, my oh my. Who would have thought? Who would have thought it would have been a Haas 1-2 after the safety car? Who would have thought Lando Norris would come from P20 to win in Kota? What a drive from Mr. Lando Norris. George Russell can only get P3. What a crazy 1-2. It's tragic from Mercedes. It's a strategy blunder. Why did they pit him? It was a guaranteed win as if he just cruised home on the hards. He was like, what? 15, 16 seconds ahead of everybody else, but they pit him onto the softs. He didn't even get fastest lap. He was stuck behind us for so long. It's Lando Norris who takes the race win. Unbelievable stuff for Haas. And, yeah, it doesn't make any difference in the drivers or the constructors, but it is another race win for the season for Lando Norris. Wow. What a race that was. That was probably one of the best races of the whole series. It went right to the last lap. For the last like 5-6 laps, we were literally just trying to fend off George Russell like there's no tomorrow with both cars, and we hold on to a 1-2. They were going 3 wide at one point, but it's another race win. It's a fantastic performance from Haas. Lando Norris, look, you deserve an upgrade, mate. You know what? Smoothness upgrade up to level 90 now. He's fantastic driver, unbelievable stuff, world class. It's a win for Lando. It's a 2nd place for Charles Leclerc. George Russell, congrats on the podium, fella, but you're not going on the top step. You're not even going on the 2nd step. Unbelievable performance. If you guys did enjoy that race, I kind of lost my voice towards the end. Make sure you go ahead, leave a like, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh, and subscribe. Peace.